we've taken a path that nobody can be proud of. And by the way, the idea that there is a Department of War is itself an assault on decency, because what is the point of war? It's to defend yourself. Only an indecent country wages wars if it doesn't have to. And the only reason ever to wage war, to kill people, is to defend yourself. That's why it was always called the Defense Department, at least for the past 80 years. The Defense Department. We are defending ourselves. And if we can't say we're defending ourselves, we're not doing it because we're decent. And in the course of defending ourselves, if we murder people, and it is murder, who committed no crime, pose no threat to us, who are non-combatants, women, children, we're going to apologize for it. And we're going to call it what it is, which is a crime against international law, but more importantly, against decency. And when another country commits genocide against a population, kills tens of thousands of children, as our closest ally has, as countries tend to do, by the way, it's a recurring theme in history. Israel's not the only country that's committed genocide, and neither is Nazi Germany. It's happened a lot. But when that does happen, we're not going to pay for it because it's disgusting. It's not hard to say that. In fact, it's a relief to say that because everybody knows it. And if you blow up a girls' school, you're going to say, I'm sorry we did that. In fact, we'll pay you restitution because no child, no schoolgirl deserves to get blown up by a Tomahawk missile or double tapped. And if we did it or the Iranians did it or Israel did it or Sri Lanka did it, it doesn't matter. It's always wrong. And we uphold that standard not simply because we care about pupils at a girls' school in Iran, but because we're above that kind of behavior. We won't tolerate a secretary of war. And if we have a secretary of war, we're certainly not going to tolerate him jumping around like a hyena, talking about murdering people. Not because we dislike him, we don't, but because it's our country and we're better than that. And other people may behave that way, but they're savages. And that's why they're not us. So the point is you lose your self-respect, your capacity to respect yourself when you allow that kind of behavior. And you also, it's totally possible, face some kind of eternal penalty when you allow that kind of behavior. Maybe some of this metaphysical stuff is real, and maybe there is punishment for people who blow up girls' schools. Just guessing. But what if there is? Do you want to risk that? But even if you don't believe in any of that, you could have an entirely materialist worldview and still know in your viscera that it's wrong to kill kids. They didn't do anything wrong. And if it's okay to kill people who did nothing wrong, then what is our justice system? Which is based on the idea that we only punish the guilty. And if we punish the innocent, it's by definition not justice. So if we're participating in something like that, we're risking everything. And over time, why would you fight for that? The only reason, short of Ukrainian-style gunpoint conscription, that people go to war, particularly in the West, in countries without a draft, is because they believe in the project. Well, who could believe in that? So decency really matters, and it's not just expressed in war, it's expressed in every function of the government and in every part of our lives. So if you have a tax code, for example, just to name one example, if you have a tax code that taxes wage earners at more than twice the percentage it taxes investors, what are you saying? Well, you're saying it's twice as virtuous to invest money or to inherit money and keep it in the markets as it is to go to work in the morning. Really? Of course that's what you're saying. Because any tax code penalizes the impious acts, the bad things, the vices. Cigarettes cost $18 a pack because we're against smoking. So if being an ordinary wage earner, driving in from the suburbs to make 80 grand a year, if that's taxed at twice the rate of being a private equity baron, what are we saying? That it's twice as virtuous to be a private equity baron and to inherit money or to invest. Well, that's not only distorted, it's indecent, it's disgusting. And why is it disgusting? Because it takes no account of the welfare of your own citizens. It's literally indecent. And if you keep it up, even if you don't have a revolution, even if they don't storm the Bastille over it, which they probably won't, because most people don't even know that that is happening, though they have a sense that this is out of whack. But if you keep that up, over time, nobody believes in the project. You can't believe in something you have no respect for. So it's not just that you won't fight wars, it's you won't do anything to improve the country, and it'll cease to be a country. So requiring, demanding that our leaders and ourselves act with decency toward other people is absolutely essential. It's not just something you pay lip service to in the way to getting rich. It's the heart of everything. And it's the only reason in the end that you can be proud to say you're American. You're proud to be American because we have a more efficient economy, more fast food outlets than any other country. Like, what is the reason to be proud of being American? Well, it's a beautiful country and it's a decent country. And that's kind of it, because economies rise and fall. Business cycles are real. Wars are lost. A lot of stuff happens on the way from here to 500 years from now. But the things that we can control, beauty and decency, those are enduring and they matter more than anything else. So if we give up on that, we've given up on everything.